Everybody on Twitch, welcome to the show. It is Monday, the 20th. We've got 11 days left until the start of hurricane season. As of right now, things are decently quiet for us, and into the tropics, there's really not that much going on either. We'll talk more about what the forecast looks like again for the next couple of days here in just a little while, so stay tuned for more there. We do have the potential of some more problems where we get into the semi-near future. We're looking at the potential of maybe some stronger weather possibly by the end of the week, and we'll talk more about that. If you have plans around the Tennessee River Valley for Memorial Day, definitely want to see what is going to be happening for any plans around here. Could be the potential of some indoor activities needed as we see the possibility of more areas of showers and thunderstorms coming back our direction, but we'll talk more about that in just a little bit. Seems like we're good on YouTube at this time. Let me just do one more check here before we get started. Again, through the rest of the evening, I don't think we're going to have too much of anything to worry about. We did have a few showers out there, but beyond that, there's really just not that much going on at this time. It looks like we are live here. All right, we are good to go. Everything's working, so welcome to the show. This is Weather Overtime for Monday, the 20th of May. 11 days left again until hurricane season starts. What we have for tonight, downtown, Speedy's Total Car Care camera looking across the Tennessee River from Coolidge Park. A few folks out and about bike riding, taking a walk over the footbridge, and showing again a very quiet evening out there for now. Taking a look a little farther over to the north, or farther to the south, I should say, the downtown Chattanooga camera, Bailey's Heating and Air camera looking off toward Lookout Mountain in the distance, and very quiet. A little bit on the gritty side, winds out of the southwest. Same kind of view again, got all those pollutants settling down in the lower portions of the atmosphere, and then from 153 and 64, everything appears to be working along pretty well. Take a look at the area around Chattanooga Red Wolf Stadium. Traffic from 75 north to 24 west is having issues for tonight. I'm assuming that a lot of that looks to be pretty much just, let me check TDOT here real quick. Appears to be just basic construction traffic. There's a lot of construction going on back to the left-hand side of this camera, so we do have a little bit of again, some backups here, but at least we're not seeing any major weather concerns where this is going on. So definitely, again, from what we can see, some quiet conditions there. What we've got, again, for tonight is really not all that much. It's comfortable out there. Temperatures are right about the high 70s to around the lower 80s, so we've got some very good conditions for now. Temperatures throughout the entire area not doing too bad. We are back into the 70s, some 60s showing up, and Scottsboro and Rome, you're still in the lower 80s, so we do have, again, a little bit of some fairly mild temperatures out there, but really just not that much going on. We did have enough moisture out there to give us some scattered showers and even a thunderstorm over Ray County. That was northern Ray County up toward I-40, but as of right now, outside of a few clouds taking place, there's really just not that much out there in the way of any chance of precipitation for tonight. We did have a shower or a thunderstorm out there, possibility through about mid-evening around sunset, but that is pretty much gone at this time. Sylvester the Spider working overtime, got a brand new web across the Tennessee Aquarium, Chattanooga weather webcam. And so we do have, again, a little bit of dry conditions in downtown, but a lot of people out and about for early this evening. Should mention, if you haven't joined us here before, again, welcome to Weather Overtime. This is our online video weather blog where we take a look at weather in and around specifically this area of the country, southeast Tennessee, western North Carolina, northwestern, north central Georgia, and back into northeastern Alabama. That's our primary area of coverage. And if you have any questions about what's going on with the forecast, wherever you may happen to be, that's great. If we don't know the answer, we'll look it up and get it to you in our next report out there. But for right now, for our area of the country and most of the eastern seaboard, things are very much on the quiet side, and should be, again, the potential for little, if anything, taking place with high pressure staying very much on the mild side for now, again, keeping things very quiet. We have a series of storm systems, one after the other, that are going to be coming back up through this area to the north of us for the most part. We shouldn't see too much of anything happening where we are until we get into around the area of the end of the week. We're going to have a series of these waves just passing over here, one after the other, and that'll continue until about the week's end. Then we start to see more of those storms with high pressure not pushing these systems up and away from us. As that area of high pressure makes its way off to the east, we'll see less in the way of potential for anything in the way of calmer conditions, and then we get into the potential of maybe some more storms heading through, but that's going to be, again, for the next couple of days after we get in toward the weekend. And then the weekend starts the potential for more in the way of stronger weather, and that could be a problem for outdoor activities out there. But for right now, we just don't really have all that much happening. So here's the way it looks for the rest of the week. Tomorrow morning, temperatures back in the lower 60s, mid to upper 80s with plenty of sunshine and clouds into the area on around the area toward Tuesday afternoon. Now that first front, the next front comes through as we get into Wednesday morning, but then it aims north of us again with high pressure pushing that area of storm up to our north. So Wednesday we could get some showers, maybe a thunderstorm north of the News 12 viewing area, maybe some better chances of activity as we get into around the area close to Thursday morning, and again Thursday afternoon we may see a better chance of showers and thunderstorms where most of this activity is going to be. Now we do have again toward about Friday, the next system gets a little bit better organized and gets a little bit closer to us here, and that goes into Friday afternoon, and that sets up what could be a possibility of some stormy conditions into the holiday weekend coming up. So if you have any plans for outdoors, boating, fishing, anything out on the waters, may want to think about just having a plan B ready to go just in case, because of the fact that we have these next storm systems coming on in. So outdoor activities, the plan, I would say go ahead and keep whatever outdoor plans you have, but I would be prepared to be getting back indoors again and being very careful depending on what goes on, because if you get stuck out on the water, that is not a good place to be where it comes to anything involving the possibility of severe weather, which right now, again, we don't have, but this forecast could change into the next several days. So we see these very warm temperatures coming up over the next few days into the weekend. High 80s, that's not exactly heat wave territory, but that's not exactly going to be seeing anything in the way of cooler weather anytime soon. Since this is the unofficial start of the holiday season for the summer season, it's possible we're pretty much done with the really cool weather and we're now getting into those summer doldrums. It's a very good possibility coming up into the next several days and weeks. That's what we're going to be seeing. Chances of rain really start happening as we get into and around Thursday, and then we see again the possibility through the end of the week into the weekend of some shower and thunderstorm activities coming up. So we do see that continuing into the weekend, and very minimal starting off for Thursday and Friday, but then really starting to ramp up as we get into the end of the weekend and into the holiday itself on Monday. That is where we see that potential of better chances of thunderstorms there. So through the holiday weekend, increasing chances for showers and thunderstorms, and for outdoor activities, that could be a bit of a problem. So keep it tuned to News 12. We'll let you know more about what may be happening there. But I think we are going to be seeing some possible problems for outdoor activities into the course of the next several days coming up. Okay, that's about it for the actual forecast. We got one more thing to look at here, and that is, again, our outlook for the tropics. Last week we were watching very carefully these two areas down to the south of Mexico. These were the possibility of getting some showers and some thunderstorms mixed up into a tropical nature. So this is where we saw that. But for right now, the National Hurricane Center does not show anything happening in the way of any development. So for the Atlantic, the Caribbean, the Gulf, and the Eastern Pacific. The Eastern Pacific, by the way, is in hurricane season right now. Their hurricane season for this area starts May 15th. The one in this area of the world starts on June the 1st. So we are coming close to the beginning of hurricane season in the Atlantic, Gulf, and Caribbean. We don't see anything really happening here, and there are signs that the El Nino looks to be changing over to a La Nina effect, which may have an impact, excuse me, as what goes on in the Caribbean. Add to this, and I just saw this earlier today, I don't have the link in front of me on Twitter, but the area around what is the area of the greatest possible tropical development at this time of the year, roughly just into the northern tropics, into the western Atlantic. This area here, the sea surface temperatures are equal to what they should be in early to mid-August. That is exceptionally worrisome. The ocean is absorbing as much heat as it possibly can, and as of right now, we are in a very dangerous time frame for both our planet and for the tropics. So we need to watch out what is going on here. Over the next few days and weeks, as this gets busier, we might start doing a separate tropical outlook depending on how busy things get, because there's a lot that are going to be going on that we need to pay attention to. But with the temperatures of the tropics equivalent to mid-August and with a very, very busy season anticipated, some of the forecasts are calling for 30-plus named storms. Again, that's on the high side of the forecast out there, but it still does look like a potential problem for the next several days and weeks. So we should be watching that very, very carefully as we go into the next few days out there. So please keep it tuned to News 12, and we'll keep you advised of that. Our friend in roofing.com weather/science poll of the day. And thanks to everybody who showed up and partook in our poll. Nice to have everybody taking a look there for that. The question of the day, Shelby County and Memphis back in the 901 area code gets the most tornadoes in Tennessee. What area gets the second most? Chattanooga, Southeast Tennessee, Middle Tennessee around Nashville, or Knoxville in extreme eastern Tennessee? 100% of the votes went for Middle Tennessee around Nashville, and that is the correct answer. So congratulations if you voted for Middle Tennessee and the Nashville area. That is the correct answer for our friend in roofing weather poll question of the day. New question goes up at midnight, so stick around for that. Thanking News 12 viewer Brad Minton for a beautiful view of the aurora over the Dunlap area last time around. It came down, some amazing hues out there, and we're trying to get as many aurora pictures processed as possible. We got sent a very good amount by everybody, but we're trying to get those interspersed with all of the other weather pictures that we get for the Langley Roofing Weather Window Picture of the Day. So this is a beautiful shot right there. And thank you very much for that. And if you've got anything in the way of weather pictures, we would love to see what you're seeing. Drop them to us on our social media pages, or get them to us email pictures@wdef.com, or just go to our website wdef.com/photos, and be glad to get yours in and to show everybody what's going on. Some amazing photography. Really thankful for all of the pictures that have been sent in. So please, again, get that into us as soon as possible, and your picture could be the next weather window picture of the day. Let's take a look at the almanac page for today. We did manage to get 10 degrees below a record high temperature, and we were about 64 degrees. That's very close to our normal low temperature out there. So we did manage to see, again, a very quiet but very warm day, 5 degrees above the normal. So that was a very toasty Monday out there. Coming up into the early morning hours of tomorrow, looks like it's going to be cool at the bus stop for those schools that are still in session, but it is going to be very warm again on the way home, so the kids might need a little bit of an extra slug of water. Might want to take an extra water bottle or two with them to get the thirst slate, just to make certain that everybody's doing all right with that. Mostly sunny otherwise, so the sunblock would not be a bad idea out there as well. Likewise, tomorrow, getting out for whatever it is you've got going on in the way of anything involving outdoor activities, fishing, hiking, camping, whatever you've got going on. It's going to be toasty. Temperatures back in the mid to upper 80s. Again, not doing too bad, a little bit above normal for this time of the year. Likewise, going out on the golf course, if you have any plans out there for that, you're going to need the potential for some water to take with you to make certain you get your thirst taken care of. So please remember to get that on board. And that sunblock would not be a bad idea, just to be on the safe side. I think that's going to be about it for tonight. One more thing, did not have a chance to bring this up earlier, but want to make certain everybody's paying attention to the forecast as we go into the next several days. For the next day or two, into and around about midweek, we should be okay. Tomorrow's game, the Lookouts versus the Braves. Winds are going to be out of the south, so it won't be, again, too much to help the pop flies into the outfield, but we've got temperatures back into the mid to upper 80s. It's going to be very warm when the game starts. Temperatures back in the mid 80s. The promotion of the night, kids run the bases after the show. That should not be a problem. But again, it's going to be very mild out there, so dress cool if you're heading out to watch the Lookouts take on the Braves. Tuesday night at AT&T Field. Chance of a rain delay at this time is pretty much goose egg, so I doubt we're going to be seeing too much of anything else come our direction anytime soon. So good news again for that. Think that should do it for tonight. We've only been on for just barely 20 minutes, but this is sometimes we'll go a little longer because of the fact that we've got a lot of weather to talk about. And as for tonight, we just don't really have that much actually going on. So we'll have more coming up on News 12 at 11 with myself and Andrew Harrison for the news, and Rick Nyman with sports. We'll have details on that. And, of course, Chip Chapman will have more on his forecast coming up bright and early tomorrow morning, Tuesday morning, starting at 5 a.m. So stay tuned for more there. Again, you can get more information. If you got questions, email me. That's at the bottom of the screen, aonic@wdef.com, and our website down on the bottom third of the screen, wdef.com/weather. Stop by to see what we've got going on in the way of a forecast out there through the rest of the next several days. You can always catch our forecast. If we have sporting events or special coverage, you can always get our forecast again at wdef.com/weather. And if you have any questions, we'd love to know what you're thinking. So email me, let us know, drop it to our social media pages, and we'd love to see more about what you're thinking out there. And you can always catch our forecast on Twitch and on YouTube as well. No comments in the chat section for tonight, but thanks to all the new subscribers for showing up. Really do appreciate you signing up and keeping an eye as to what's going on. We don't have a lot, but we do have a few, and that's good. So it's nice to know we're not just out there talking to the ether. So thanks a lot for stopping on by for there. We'll go ahead and wrap it up for tonight. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onek. Thanks for joining us for Monday's edition of Weather Overtime, our online exclusive video weather blog from the News 12 studios. Stay tuned for more coming up with News 12 tonight at 11, tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., and I'll be back with a new Weather Overtime on Tuesday evening. Thanks for joining us.